Welcome. Today we're diving into the basics of computer hardware. Whether you're new to computers or just want a refresher, understanding hardware is essential. Hardware refers to the physical components that make up your computer system. These are the parts you can actually touch, like the keyboard, monitor, or the internal pieces inside the case. Throughout this video, we'll explore each major component, explain its function, and see how everything works together to make your computer run smoothly. Let's get started by looking at what makes up a typical computer. When we talk about computer hardware, we mean all the tangible parts of a computer system. This includes everything from the case that holds the components to the mouse you use to navigate. Hardware is different from software, which is the set of instructions that tells the hardware what to do. Without hardware, software can't run, and without software, hardware can't function. Together, they form a complete computer system. In the next scenes, we'll break down the most important hardware components one by one. Computer case, sometimes called the chassis or tower, is the enclosure that houses most of the components of a computer. It provides protection and helps organize the internal parts. Cases come in various sizes and styles, from compact desktops to large towers. Inside the case, you'll find the motherboard, power supply, storage drives, and more. The case also includes ports for connecting external devices and usually has fans to keep everything cool. Next, let's look at what's inside the case. The heart of every computer is the motherboard. This large circuit board connects all the main components, allowing them to communicate with each other. The motherboard holds the CPU memory and provides slots for expansion cards. It also has connectors for storage devices and ports for USB, audio, and more. Think of the motherboard as the central hub that ties everything together. Without it, the computer's parts couldn't work as a team. Next, we'll focus on the brain of the computer, the CPU. Central Processing Unit, or CPU, is often called the brain of the computer. It performs calculations, runs programs, and processes data. Every instruction your computer follows passes through the CPU. Modern CPUs are incredibly fast and can handle billions of instructions per second. The speed and power of your CPU greatly affect your computer's performance. In the next scene, we'll see how memory helps the CPU do its job efficiently. Random Access Memory, or RAM, is your computer's short-term memory. It temporarily stores data and instructions that the CPU needs while working. The more RAM your computer has, the more programs it can run at once without slowing down. RAM is fast but volatile, meaning it loses all stored information when the computer is turned off. Next, let's talk about long-term storage options. Storage devices are where your computer keeps data for the long term. The most common types are hard disk drives, HDDs, and solid-state drives, SSDs. HDDs use spinning disks to store data, while SSDs use flash memory and have no moving parts, making them faster and more durable. Storage devices hold your operating system, programs, documents, photos, and more. In the next scene, we'll see how the power supply keeps everything running. Power Supply Unit, or PSU, converts electricity from your wall outlet into a form your computer can use. It distributes power to all the internal components, ensuring everything gets the right amount of energy. A reliable PSU is essential for system stability and safety. If the power supply fails, the computer won't turn on or could be damaged. Next, let's look at how your computer displays information, the graphics card. Graphics card, also known as the GPU, is responsible for rendering images, videos, and animations on your screen. It takes data from the CPU and turns it into visuals you can see. High-performance graphics cards are especially important for gaming, video editing, and graphic design. Some computers have integrated graphics built into the motherboard or CPU, while others use dedicated cards for better performance. Next, we'll talk about sound. Sound cards handle audio processing for your computer. They convert digital signals into sound you can hear through speakers or headphones. While many motherboards have built-in sound capabilities, dedicated sound cards can offer higher quality audio and more features. This is especially useful for music production or gaming. Now let's move on to the devices you use to interact with your computer, input devices. Input devices are how you communicate with your computer. The most common examples are the keyboard and mouse. Keyboards let you type commands and text, while mice allow you to move the cursor and select items. Other input devices include touchpads, trackballs, and even microphones. These tools make it possible to give instructions and control your computer. Next, let's see how your computer communicates back to you, output devices. Output devices display or present information from your computer. The most familiar output device is the monitor, which shows images, videos, and text. Speakers and headphones are also output devices, providing audio feedback. Printers, which produce physical copies of documents, are another example. These devices let you see, hear, or touch the results of your computer's work. Next, we'll discuss how computers connect to networks. Working hardware allows computers to connect to each other and the internet. Common examples include network interface cards, NICs, routers, and modems. These devices handle data transmission, making it possible to share files, access websites, and communicate online. Wired connections use Ethernet cables, while wireless connections use Wi-Fi. Networking hardware is essential for both home and office environments. Next, let's look at how computers keep cool. Computers generate heat, especially when running demanding tasks. Cooling systems such as fans and heat sinks help dissipate this heat and keep components at safe temperatures. Some high-performance systems use liquid cooling for even better results. Proper cooling is vital to prevent overheating, which can damage hardware. In the next scene, we'll discuss expansion cards and how they add new features to your computer. Expansion cards are additional circuit boards that can be installed into the motherboard to add new features or improve performance. Common types include graphics cards, sound cards, and network cards. These cards fit into slots on the motherboard and allow you to customize your computer for specific needs, like gaming or video editing. Next, let's talk about the ports and connectors that let you attach external devices. Ports and connectors are the interfaces on your computer that allow you to plug in external devices. Common ports include USB, HDMI, audio jacks, and Ethernet. Each port has a specific shape and function, making it easy to connect devices like printers, monitors, and external drives. Having the right ports ensures your computer can work with a variety of peripherals. Next, we'll look at the power button and other control. Power button is a simple but essential part of your computer's hardware. It turns the system on and off. Some computers also have reset buttons, LED indicators, and other controls on the case. These controls help you manage your computer's power and status. In the next scene, we'll discuss internal cables and how they connect components inside the case. Inside the computer case, various cables connect the motherboard, power supply, storage devices, and other components. These cables transfer data and power, ensuring everything works together. Proper cable management helps with airflow and makes maintenance easier. Next, let's talk about the BIOS and its role in starting your computer. BIOS, or Basic Input-Output System, is a small chip on the motherboard that helps start your computer. When you turn on your PC, the BIOS checks the hardware and loads the operating system. It also allows you to configure hardware settings. The BIOS is essential for booting up and making sure everything is working correctly. Next, we'll look at the CMOS battery and why it matters. CMOS battery is a small battery on the motherboard that powers the BIOS chip when the computer is turned off. It keeps track of system settings like the date and time. If the battery dies, your computer may lose these settings and show errors during startup. Replacing the CMOS battery is a simple fix for these issues. Next, let's discuss optical drives and their uses. Optical drives, like DVD or Blu-ray drives, read and write data from disks using lasers. While less common today, they're still useful for installing software, watching movies, or backing up data. Many modern computers no longer include optical drives, but external versions are available if needed. Next, let's look at removable storage devices. Removable storage devices such as USB flash drives and external hard drives make it easy to transfer files between computers. They're portable, convenient, and come in various sizes. These devices plug into USB ports and are great for backups or sharing data. Next, let's talk about monitors and display technology. Monitors are the primary way you view information from your computer. Modern monitors use LCD or LED technology for clear, bright images. They come in various sizes and resolutions, from small screens to large, high-definition displays. Some monitors support touch input or multiple connections. Next, let's discuss printers and how they turn digital files into physical documents. Printers create physical copies of digital documents and images. There are several types, including inkjet, laser, and all-in-one printers that scan and copy as well. Printers connect to your computer via USB, Wi-Fi, or Bluetooth. They're essential for offices and useful at home for schoolwork or photos. Next, let's look at webcams and their role in communication. Webcams are cameras that connect to your computer, allowing you to capture video and participate in video calls. They're built into many laptops and monitors, but external webcams offer better quality and features. Webcams are essential for online meetings, streaming, and keeping in touch with friends and family. Next, let's discuss microphones and their uses. Microphones let you record audio or communicate with others through your computer. They're built into many laptops and webcams, but external microphones offer better sound quality. Microphones are important for video calls, gaming, and creating content like podcasts. Next, let's look at speakers and how they output sound. Speakers are output devices that let you hear sounds from your computer, such as music, alerts, or voices during calls. They can be built into monitors or laptops or connected externally for better sound. Good speakers enhance your experience when watching videos or playing games. Next, let's discuss the role of touchpads and trackballs. Touchpads and trackballs are alternative input devices to the traditional mouse. Touchpads are common on laptops, allowing you to move the cursor with your finger. Trackballs use a rolling ball to control movement. Both offer precise control and are useful in different situations. Next, let's look at external drives and their benefits. External drives, such as portable hard drives and SSDs, provide extra storage and make it easy to back up important files. They connect via USB or other ports and can be used with multiple computers. External drives are great for expanding storage or transferring large amounts of data. Next, let's discuss docking stations and how they simplify connections. Docking stations allow you to connect multiple devices to your laptop or desktop with a single connection. They provide extra ports for monitors, keyboards, mice, and more. Docking stations are especially useful for people who use their laptops at a desk and want a quick way to connect everything. Next, let's look at surge protectors and why they're important. Surge protectors safeguard your computer and other electronics from power surges and spikes. They're essential for protecting valuable hardware from electrical damage. Surge protectors often include multiple outlets and sometimes USB ports. Using one can prevent costly repairs and data loss. Next, let's talk about uninterruptible power supplies, UPS. Uninterruptible power supply, or UPS, provides backup power if your main electricity fails. It gives you time to save your work and safely shut down your computer. UPS devices are especially important for desktops and servers. They also protect against power fluctuations. Next, let's discuss the importance of regular hardware maintenance. Regular maintenance keeps your computer running smoothly. This includes cleaning dust from fans and vents, checking cables, and making sure all components are secure. Proper maintenance can extend the life of your hardware and prevent problems. Next, let's look at upgrading hardware and when it might be necessary. Upgrading hardware can improve your computer's performance and add new features. Common upgrades include adding more RAM, installing a faster SSD, or upgrading the graphics card. Upgrades can make your computer feel like new and help it handle modern software. Next, let's discuss recycling and disposing of old hardware responsibly. When it's time to replace old hardware, recycling is important. Many components contain materials that can be reused or need special disposal. Look for local recycling programs or electronics stores that accept old computers and parts. Proper recycling helps protect the environment and keeps hazardous materials out of landfills. Next, let's look at the difference between desktops and laptops. Desktops and laptops are the two main types of personal computers. Desktops are larger, more powerful, and easier to upgrade, while laptops are portable and convenient for travel. Both have similar hardware components, but their design and use cases differ. Choosing between them depends on your needs. Next, let's discuss all-in-one computers. All-in-one computers combine the monitor and computer components into a single unit. They save space and reduce cable clutter, making them popular for home and office use. While not as upgradable as desktops, they offer a clean, streamlined look. Next, let's look at tablets and how they differ from traditional computers. Tablets and hybrid devices blend the features of computers and mobile devices. Tablets are portable, use touchscreens, and are great for browsing, reading, or light work. Hybrids can function as both a tablet and a laptop, offering flexibility. These devices use similar hardware but in a more compact form. Next, let's discuss the importance of device drivers. Device drivers are special software that lets your operating system communicate with hardware components. Without the right drivers, your hardware may not work properly. Manufacturers provide drivers for things like graphics cards, printers, and network adapters. Keeping drivers up to date ensures your hardware runs smoothly. Next, let's talk about hardware compatibility. Hardware compatibility means making sure all your computer's parts work together. Not all components are compatible with every system. For example, certain CPUs only fit specific motherboards, and RAM types must match the motherboard's requirements. Checking compatibility before upgrading or building a computer is crucial. Next, let's look at the basics of hardware troubleshooting. When hardware issues arise, basic troubleshooting can help identify and fix problems. This might include checking cables, reseating components, or running diagnostic tools. Listening for unusual noises or looking for error messages can provide clues. If problems persist, consulting the manual or seeking professional help may be necessary. Next, let's discuss the importance of backing up your data. Backing up your data protects you from hardware failures and data loss. Use external drives, cloud storage, or backup software to create copies of important files. Regular backups ensure you can recover your information if something goes wrong. Next, let's look at the future of computer hardware. Computer hardware is always evolving. New technologies like faster processors, more efficient storage, and improved graphics are constantly being developed. Innovations such as quantum computing and artificial intelligence are shaping the future. Staying informed about hardware trends can help you make better choices when upgrading or buying new devices. Next, let's summarize what we've learned. We've covered the essential components of computer hardware, from the motherboard and CPU to input and output devices. Understanding these basics helps you use, maintain, and upgrade your computer more effectively. Remember, hardware and software work together to create a complete system. In our final scene, we'll offer some tips for beginners. If you're just starting out, don't be overwhelmed by all the hardware terms. Focus on learning the main components and their functions. Take your time exploring your own computer and don't hesitate to look up more information as you go. With a solid understanding of hardware basics, you'll be more confident in using and maintaining your computer. Thanks for watching and happy computing.